What's going on, geeks? My name is Cody Armour. It is Friday, and this is the Week in Geek, where we catch you up on everything that's happening this week in the world of geek. Before we get to the show, I do want to give a shout out to everybody who donates to our Patreon at patreon.com/geeksandgrace. You all are fantastic, and we love you very much. For real, it actually means a lot to us. But let's start the show up right. I have some fantastic news for us Nintendo fanboys. As most of you know, Pokemon Sun and Moon just came out, but maybe there are a few of you, like me, who could not buy the game right this second because it's a holiday season and I have to spend money on other people. Well, if that is you and you're planning on getting that Nintendo NX with your tax return like I am, there will be another Pokemon game coming out for the Nintendo NX. Codename Pokemon Stars? I get it's Pokemon Sun, Moon, and Stars, but it sounds like something off of a GameCube. But we had Pokemon Red and Blue, and then there was Yellow, Gold, Silver, and then there was Crystal, Ruby, and Sapphire, and there was Emerald. And so this game is going to be that third version. It's going to be the same map, same art style, basically the same story. You should even be able to take Pokemon from this game and transfer them over to your 3DS game. But it's also on the NX, and so it's going to be optimized for that. Although it will be the same art style, we probably will get sharper lines and better shading. So I'm ridiculously stoked about this. I loved Pokemon Stadium, but I mostly used Pokemon Stadium to play Red and Blue on my TV. So being able to play a Pokemon game on my TV again just gets me excited. And I also really wonder what it means for the future of Pokemon. Then we need to talk about all of the movie trailers that came out this week, and I almost wonder if maybe I just forgot some of them last week. I'll leave all the trailers down in the description below, but first of all, Beauty and the Beast. If you liked the animated movie, this is actually a step-by-step recreation of the animated movie, at least the trailer itself. So that's really cool. Then you have Ghost in the Shell, which was not as shot for shot, but they still have been able to take like shots from the anime and show you how they've been adapted into live action through this trailer, and it's really, really cool. Something I was not aware of though until like earlier this week. Ghost in the Shell is very rated R. The animated movie is, at least. I don't know what this movie will be rated, but just keep that in mind if you're like, oh man, this movie looks great, I should watch the anime it's based on. It's pretty R. Pretty R. And then there was Valerian, which I didn't know I was excited for until I saw this trailer, and now I can't wait for this movie to come out. Basically, there's this old graphic novel from France that is called Valerian, and a ton of sci-fi was heavily influenced by it, including Star Wars and The Fifth Element. In fact, The Fifth Element's visual director is going to be taking part in this movie. And if you watch the trailer, you can tell just how Fifth Element this movie is going to be, but it looks so good. Also, don't have anything to share with you on this one yet, but Spiderman Homecoming, we should be seeing a trailer for that during Star Wars Rogue One, so that's cool. And then real quick, in some Marvel TV news, specifically Marvel, I guess, now that I'm looking at it. The actor that is playing Ghost Rider right now on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. says there are talks for him to either, have his own Netflix show, maybe be featured on one of the Netflix shows, or in a movie. It's just being talked about. There's nothing for sure right now, but that dialogue is in the air, so that's cool. It totally makes sense. I would love for him to have his own Netflix show, or at least be featured in the Punisher show. But I think if they were going to do that, it's getting to a point now where they needed to have decided already. And then tons of people are very excited that Inhumans is getting a TV show. You may remember that Inhumans was supposed to be a Marvel movie. It was delayed inevitably, and so now it is at least getting its own show. But I can't lie, I'm a little bit bummed, because for me, the Inhumans movie was going to be the bridge for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. coming back into the Marvel movie universe. There have been a ton of references from the show about the movies, but it really hasn't been vice versa, and the guests that have appeared on the show really haven't sold it. I would have loved an Inhumans movie where Quake took part in it, and so they had to take Quake out of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show for the movie. I think that would have been fantastic. But the show is better than nothing, so for people who are huge fans of Inhumans, at least you are getting some kind of Inhumans media. And really, they're kind of the best part of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., so that's good too. And then something we don't usually do, we have some YouTube news today. I don't know how many people remember Machinima. I used to watch a ton of stuff on Machinima, and I haven't really watched anything in a couple of years. But they had partnered with Warner Bros. For a really long time. That's why you got like the Mortal Kombat series that they made that was amazing. Well, Warner Bros. Now owns Machinima, and this is very interesting territory. Disney's done this a little bit as well, but when these big companies are buying YouTube channels, it's very strange for them to be picking up this medium that way. That said, I'm very curious about what kind of content they'll make, though. Usually in these situations, Warner Bros. Not going to go in and completely change everything. They basically buy it out and then they take the revenue and say, you're doing something right, so you just keep doing that. and we'll give you whatever resources you need, basically. I think kind of in that same vein, Markiplier, who's a huge gaming YouTuber, has just signed with a talent agency. It's the same talent agency that deals with Eminem and Ben Affleck. And for those who don't see that as a big deal, that wouldn't have been a thing 5 years ago. Definitely wouldn't have been a thing 10 years ago. It's just crazy the way the internet is changing media. This is not something we're used to seeing, but I have a feeling it's going to be what we see a lot more of in the future. Question of the day, I feel like I've asked this already, but what is the most anticipated movie for you in 2017? For me, I think it's the Justice League, but I want to know you guys have to say. Maybe Valerian, because I'm super stoked about Valerian. I don't know. Leave your comments in the comment section down below with your answer. Also, check out geeksundergrace.com for more geeky content. My name's Cody Armour, keeping you up to date on what's happening this week in the world of geek every Friday. We will see you next week. God bless.